Brad Lawler over at Home Team Inspection Service. Erica building a brand new house this year. They just put up the brick on the outside of the house. She's walking around the house with her husband, Aaron, and they noticed holes every couple of feet. We see this question come in a lot, folks. Holes between the bricks. A friend says those holes should not be there. The builder says, yeah, they should be. What are they? She asks. Are they really holes in the brick? Should they be there? They're weep holes, Brad.
Yeah,
Right?
they are weep holes, and yes, they should be there. Please do not fill them up. When you see those little pieces of rope that might be sticking out from between the bricks, do not cut them off. Those are weep ropes. Okay, the whole idea is that brick is not, it's just a covering for the outside of the house. Water gets behind the brick. You need to make sure that that water can escape from behind the brick. And that's what the weep holes are for. It allows water to come out so that it doesn't do additional damage to the structure of the home. It allows it a place to escape rather than the building up and coming back into your house.
While we're on the subject of brick, let's point something out for everybody. I think this is a good time to take this little lesson here. When someone's looking for a house and they want an all brick house, because I've dealt with a lot of folks, if you see brick veneer,
Yes.
that is the standard brick. It's not like a little brick, thin brick. It's
Correct.
regular brick.
Yes,
right?
correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yes. It's just a covering. It's attached to the house with what are called brick ties, which are just little metal pieces. And basically it's hanging off essentially hanging off the side of the house, not really hanging, but it's not structurally supporting any elements of the home.
Yeah, it's sitting on a ledge that's below it on the blocks.
Right.
But there's a misnomer that some buyers think they only want a house that's all brick. Now, that was construction back in what, the 20s and 30s and
20s, 30s, 40s would be probably the last time we saw full brick homes. There are quite a few in the Louisville area. They are not better necessarily than the modern construction with the brick veneers. It's just a different way of structure. In those brick homes, essentially the roof is supported by the brick versus the veneer, which does not have any structural support involved other than holding it up its own weight.
Yeah, so the bricks themselves and the older style actually held the roof up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they'd also be like 2 feet thick, wouldn't they?
Well, they're thicker, yes, but they're basically just doubled up, Chuck. They're not a bigger necessarily
not a bigger brick, but I get that. There's
just thicker.
There's just several of them wide.
That's correct. Right.
As opposed to the veneer where it's just one.
Right. So the trick is that if you look at the brick on your house and it's all running in one direction, it's all running horizontally, that's just a brick veneer. A true brick home has courses that the bricks are turned vertically.
Oh.
Okay. So if you see those vertical pieces spread throughout, then you know that is a true all brick construction, most likely, versus a veneer, which is just normally all of the bricks go in one direction, unless they've done some design elements with it. But you'll see sections of vertically placed brick, and that's your clue that there's structural support going on there.
Well, you learn something new every day on this show. That's very true. Thank you for that. Because I know I've got agents, buyers, sellers who want a brick home, but they think because it says brick veneer, it's not as good as a true brick. No. And I guess it's your opinion, but I'm just telling you, that's what it is.
Yeah.
A reminder, you can see this show and watch or listen to a replay of the show. It's very simple. We've made it really very simple. Go to LouisvilleAnswers.com. LouisvilleAnswers.com, and that will get you right to our show waiting for you to see it, and other shows that we've done as well. Our thanks to our friends over at the Crosby Law Office. I just closed with them last week on my new home. They did a great job. I really do appreciate it, and you're a fabulous guy, Chuck Crosby. You can have your home closed there. Also, you can have Chuck do your will or create a power of attorney for you. Whatever you need, he is there for you. 499-6360. Also, thank you to Brad Lawler. He owns Home Team Inspection Service and Team Bug Out, and they also did an inspection on my new home as well. I use who I talk to and who we deal with.
Thank you for that.
Yes, we love that. Brad did a great job. His team did. You can reach Brad 844-411-TEAM. And if you're thinking of selling your home now or near future, I would love to come out and talk to you. You call me on my cell phone. We'll set up a time that's convenient for you. I'll come out. We'll spend as much time together. We'll talk about the real estate process. If you want, we'll look at comparables to see what homes have sold for in your neighborhood that look like yours. I'll explain everything to you. And also, we'll do some staging tips. And it's all free. It's no obligation. You just call me, 376-5483, or go to bobsellslouisville.com. Coming up on next week's show, folks, we're going to test your home improvement IQ. We're going to take a Zillow quiz and see if you are as good as Zillow or if they beat you hands down. We'll find that out. That's it for this show. I'll see you next Sunday right here on News Radio 840 WHAS.